Right, guys, it's been a couple years, unfortunately, so you're used to seeing all my lightning content. Sorry, I don't YouTube for a living, have a normal job. I'm an airline pilot, busy with my family and kids, but update, we had a great time with that truck, ended up selling it. I constantly go through cars and ended up getting a 2025 Ford Raptor as my daily, switching it up. Love the Lightning, just I'd get bored and I go through cars. We did realize though that we totally underestimated what it's like not to have an electric vehicle, and I've always been interested in Tesla, and as you guys can probably tell, I'm in a Tesla right now. We ended up leasing a new Model Y Juniper long-range rear-wheel drive. We took advantage. They had some really good incentives in light of all the Elon chaos with the politics and all that. Was able to stack military discount on there, and it came out to a pretty reasonable rate for a 12,000 mile lease for 3 years. So anyway, we're in a long-range rear-wheel drive, as I stated, 2026 Model 3 Juniper. Got it with stealth gray, optioned it with the 20 Helix 2.0 wheels. Contemplated the 19 Junipers, the aero covers, I mean, just didn't care for the look of them. And so that was the one option we got. We did get the standard black interior in the car. Tell you what, guys, this car is something else here. Give you a look on the outside, just a quick walk around. It is hot here in Alabama, super hot, but here's the stealth gray. I am glad it is a free color. I think it's one of the best looking colors on the car. I contemplated blue for a hot minute. Quicksilver looks fantastic, but I wasn't going to pay $2,000, and it's becoming the popular color, so I didn't want to be like everybody else, even though I'm sure we'll see a million of these. And I actually have already seen another Juniper in town here in North Alabama option the same way. But I just think it's extremely attractive looking exterior. It's got the Cybertruck front light bar on it. You know, when the pictures first rolled out, I didn't think it looked as good as the current or the outgoing Model Y, but in person, I'm telling you, it looks fantastic. It's got the light bar there. There's the headlights. They're on because it's in the dim light. Already tinted the car up. I do that the first day I get it. It's got Xpel XR. I went with black. I didn't want to spring for the XR Plus because this is a lease and it offers mostly the same, close to the same heat rejection. So tinted up day one, did not do the sunroof, but did all around, including the windshield. We are looking at 20% on the sides, 50% over the rear and rear hatch, and then 70% clear windshield. Came out well. It's really doing a great job rejecting the heat. I'll go over in another video some of the accessories I've gotten, but I also got the Vion sun shield. Thanks Jeebs on YouTube. If you don't follow his channel, it's fantastic. He was pumping that product, and it is truly a great product. Easy to install. It's kicking out the heat. It's got a little bit of a semi-reflective top on there. The new Juniper sunroof does a great job rejecting heat. It's better than the older version. However, it's still hot. My wife's very sensitive to that heat. I am too. And so we just put the sunshade in there. Really easy to install. You can have one section in, one section out, or both in or both out. And I imagine in the fall, I will end up taking it out because I do like the ambient light coming through. I do that in my Raptor all the time. I have the sunroof open, or the sunshade open, just to get some light. It really opens up the interior. Tell you what, the big selling feature for this over the Model 3 is the rear hatch. We have a family of 4 kids. This space is just fantastic for activities. That's the sunshade for the front windshield. I already equipped it with all-weather mats. I'll drop a link to those below. It's that Taptez company on YouTube or Amazon. I was gonna go with the 3D mats that everyone else uses, but they were pretty expensive, to be honest. This is a lease car. I'm trying to keep all the junk I buy for pretty minimal. And I think I paid with a coupon all around $135 out the door for every mat, including the rear, the front, lower mat down there. There's the Vion sun shield, but you can see it came with all the extra mats. Pretty good value because the carpet here is, you know, I hate stuff getting on that carpet. Here is the Tesla privacy shield. Really nice, folds right out there. You can store it down below in here, but it leaves the cover sort of popped up, and I don't like that as much. Sort of annoys me, so I've just been keeping it right here. There we go. It's all tucked away. You can adjust the height on this hatch. I just saw a setting in one of my software updates today that you can adjust the height based on location. So if your home garage is lower, you can adjust that. That is really cool. Tell you, I'm gonna make another video. I know I'm just rambling a bit, but the software, unreal, guys. The Ford software, you know, Ford's trying to get there for domestic OE, but I tell you, this Tesla, like everyone says, their tech and app is just light speed ahead of every other maker. Just got a huge software update today. No problems, installed it within 30 minutes. You know, my Ford, you would hope it would push to the truck, then people would have problems, it would brick out and have problems installing, and just over-the-air updates for Ford were never quite what they should have been, just unlike the Tesla. So getting back in the car here, I mean, I'm sure you've all seen it. Here's the minimalist interior. I got the LED lights, totally customized for green. I get bored, I change the color every other day. Setup's pretty slick here. For those of you wondering about consumption so far, here's what I'm averaging over 200 miles, 237.4. It's saying higher than rated. You know, let's see about this drive. Aggressive acceleration consumes more energy. Yeah, I just did a 0 to 60 run. Look out for that YouTube short. The 0 to 60 is actually fairly impressive for just a long range rear wheel drive. Normally the rear wheel drive cars are lacking. But man, I tell you what, this thing has some punch, especially not only from the stop, but from the 30 roll. It's quite surprisingly strong. They've definitely geared this motor for some decent torque. But anyway, that is coming into just over like 4 miles per kilowatt hour. So I'm real happy. Coming from the F-150, on the best day I would do 3.1 miles per kilowatt hour, you know. In the winter is 2.5, 2.6, some of that. So this is instantly a lot more efficient. Yesterday, gosh, I was getting over 5 on my drive for about 20-mile drive, just chilling. It is equipped with the FSD. I have FSD enabled. It was a referral code for 3 months. Guys, I'm shocked. I use an autopilot daily at work. I'm an airline pilot by trade. I'm used to the tech. I adapt to it. I like it. So I'm maybe more willing to try out this technology. Other members of my family, they're not willing to really want to try the FSD. They're a little, I think, apprehensive about it. I'm always using and interfacing with autopilot. Obviously at the airline, that autopilot doesn't self-fly. I mean, you're manipulating it, and I would consider that very similar to FSD in the fact that you are supervising it, you're making inputs. But I'm telling you, I'm blown away. This is hardware 4, obviously in the Juniper. Hardware 4 has the latest and greatest cameras, the tech, and I've had limited interventions. I'm really thrilled with FSD. And I'll probably do a quick demo on that on this video for us FSDing home. But anyway, mileage is great. I tell you, I got all my music set up. I've got, you know, Apple Music. I'm an Apple Music subscriber. Let's see, the rear screen's fantastic. The kids, we have to lock that out for the kids because they're just, they're watching everything, right? And they're one to do that. Here's all the standard stuff for the theater. But overall, just initial top view impression, the efficiency is amazing. The sound quality is even better than the F-150. Lightning, super quiet. You could tell from the old Model Y, just all around solid improvement, just in quality, materials, sound, noise deadening, all that. I'm just showing you some random views. This is a extra aftermarket Spigen tray that I dropped in here. Really nice mod. Tons of space. Just really overall really happy. The other selling point besides the efficiency and just having the rear space for the Y over the 3, I really wanted a 3. The lease deals were sweet. They were almost a steal, but we want just a little bit more leg room for the kids in the back, and no regrets going with the Y. So tell you what, with that said, this is just a quick over-the-top video. I'm going to do an FSD clip going home. I live about 2 miles, and just show you what that's like. And if you like the video, again, like, subscribe. I don't do this as a living. I'm just doing this as a hobbyist, as an enthusiast. If you like enough, I got a referral code. If you're looking at getting a Tesla, that would help me out huge. Allow me to subscribe to FSD and maybe give you guys some more content on what it's like. If you got any questions, drop it in the line. Like I said, I'm an open book. Anything you want to see me do a video of with the Juniper, let me know, and I will try to film it or give you an answer from an owner perspective. Again, thanks for watching, and here's the FSD home. All right, so we're gonna do a quick test drive to go get my son's haircut. We got FSD enabled here. I'm gonna open the garage. That's awesome. It's built into MyQ. So the garages are synced, and when we pull out, it's going to close the garage on a preset distance when we leave. So to start it, we'll do press and hold here. I already have directions. I sent it from the Tesla app. That was real slick. We'll tap brake to confirm. We'll release. And here we go. It's going to start pulling out of the garage and taking us there. It says we're going to get there about 13 minutes. Get there with 78% battery life remaining. So that's the tone that's closing my garage right there. Here we go. It's looking for traffic, pulling out of the driveway. And here we go. This is the virtual world. It's got all the cars set up, cul-de-sac for the neighborhood. Pretty amazing what it sees here. There's 3 different modes for FSD. There's chill, which is pretty like lazy driving, slow, stays in the right lane mostly. There's standard, which is a mix, and then hurry, which is a more aggressive driving. I leave it in standard. Just depends. Sometimes I'll leave it in hurry just because I want it to be better about passing slower cars. Still doesn't do potholes. Like there's a little divot right there on the road for a manhole cover. It's not a rough hit, but I wish it was smart enough to sort of avoid that, but that's first world gripes here. You can see it says standard mode right up there. And pretty soon here we'll get a good energy range for the drive to see what it's doing so far. Right, so we're getting there, getting into a little bit busier area up here. Yep, it's getting in the left lane. It knows that eventually we're going to have to get in the left lane to make our turn up here in half a mile. So it's pretty smart. It's getting in the lane when I'd want to get in the lane. It's not waiting until the last minute. Pretty good efficiency so far on this drive, about 220 watts per mile. It's hot outside. It's what, 89 degrees. It's saying in the corner, really hot. Got the AC running. That roof sunshades probably helping a huge amount, just blocking all the extra sun. Plus the ceramic tint that I mentioned really makes a difference. This cabin stays really cold, nice and cool. Plus got the cooled seats on. That's a new feature that is just a game changer, especially if you live in the southeast or anywhere hot. It's a big deal. I love having ventilated seats, almost like a must-have feature for me in cars. All right, so getting in the left lane here. We're only about 1.7 miles from the Sport Clips haircut place. Got some city stop and go lights, stop and go traffic here. All right, got a green light, green turn. No problem getting through the intersection. Like I said, I really thought that we'd be intervening a lot more on this, but it's doing most of the, I'd say 90% of the driving, intervention free. We're getting pretty much close to, we're under a mile to go. We're going to come up on another major intersection. We'll pass over some train tracks, a couple series of lights here. We're turning into a sort of a busier shopping complex with the grocery store and a bunch of strip mall stuff. So I'm curious how it pulls into that shopping center, and we'll see what it does. I got my offset. I think I put in the menu in here to go 8 over the speed limit. So it does what it needs to do. It stays with the flow of traffic. It's great. It's never going too slow. I was afraid it would be boring and go below the speed limit. That's sort of annoying. But no issues with that. Coming up to that major intersection. Okay, that's funny. Turned on the wipers. Auto wipers are a little wonky. I don't know why sometimes it does a sweep. I know the wipers are sort of criticized. I haven't actually driven it in rain yet to see what it's like in real life, but I'll let you know if it's annoying. So we're gonna go straight through this intersection. We're in the right lane to go straight through the next intersection here. It's got all the lights here, all the traffic. All right, and we're just pretty much straight ahead through the intersection is where we're going. All right, so let's see. Sometimes a long intersection. We'll see how it goes here. Okay, stop. We'll stop. All right, green light going through the intersection here. We're coming up. I'm curious if it'll take the first exit or the next one. I think it's going to take the next exit, which is good. That's the one I'd rather it take. All right, so coming up here, got a car at the intersection here. We'll see how slow it goes around him. Right, yeah, doing a great job. Cut right around there. There's a truck pulling out, dump truck. Okay, where's he going? All right, car slowed up nicely for him, going around that. And then we're approaching Sport Clips. Let's see if it just goes to the right. I'll select a parking spot. All right, let's see if we can go down the next aisle. Here is where I want to go. So we'll go. And unfortunately, the film cut out there. My son was filming and it stopped. But as you can see, we pretty much had the full drive there. Just to showcase what the car could do is pretty incredible. Again, I'm going to have more content. Leave a comment down if you don't mind. Anything you want to see or learn about, I can talk about and sort of show you on the video. So I appreciate you watching if you made it through, and we'll see you on the next one.